because I'm going to tell you from experience, and I've been noticing this a lot with my lives and even these lives, people coming in, is the more you begin to ascend, you're going to be thrown more resistance in all forms. Fear, your own fear and doubt. And that's no different than anybody who's the most successful people on this planet have the same fears and doubts that the everyday person does. And I've struggled with that. I'm being honest. And I've expressed that before. And the difference is it's okay. They know they're fearful, they know they're doubtful, but they keep going anyway, despite that. Then you're going to have people around you. And these are the people you need to eliminate immediately. The people who kind of laugh at your stuff or blow it off or low key, like make fun and like, no, I'm just kidding. No, they're not kidding. These are the people that don't want to see you do better than them. Because by you doing that and you pulling away from them, not only do you not fit in their little box anymore, this box that they have you stuffed in, not only do you not fit in there anymore, it makes them uncomfortable. Now you're passing them up. But that's a necessary part of the process. Everybody experiences that. The best thing you can do, and don't think like your exes aren't watching and checking in on you now and then to make sure you're not doing as good as them or you're doing worse than you were with them, that they're winning. And I don't even promote revenge. I don't promote doing things from a place of spite and vengeance and malice. But the fact is, there's no sweeter revenge than succeeding. Of all the people that you reached out to, of all the people that turned their back on you, of all the people that doubted you, there's nothing sweeter than letting them see you at the top. There's no greater form of success than succeeding. And it's a process. You're going to have to go through the struggles. Nobody's immune from that. You got to go through the failures. It's part of the process. You got to learn. Your failures are your best teachers. The only thing, the majority of things that holds people back is that fear that when and if, I should say if, but when, because it's a when you fail, or you're willing to jump back into the fire, or you're willing to look past that fear, drive through, mission focused, and keep plugging, because you never know which corner after what failure, which lesson you learn, where the success is. And this is where a lot of people lose it. This is why a lot of people slide back and go back to mediocre. There's nothing you can do about that, but you never know when that success is actually going to show up. What if you've given up and you had one last push you had to make, and that was it? There was just one more lesson in there you had to learn before things blew up for you. And that level up came on hard. And you turned your back on it. You went back into the comfort zone, back to the safe zone. So that's it. And if you're doing it right, you're going to hit some peaks and valleys. You see, this is success. This is a path. Up, down, up, down, up, down. As long as the trend is upward, you're on the right path. It's never linear. It's never, I'm going to use this corner of the screen, like straight from here to here. It's never a straight line. It hasn't worked out like that for anybody in history. But you see, a lot of this instant gratification society, they'll give you the quick before and after. Like, let's just say the first person that comes to mind, because I couldn't believe it, I was hearing this Eminem come out of Buddha. Like, they show his movie and all. They showed the poor guy in Detroit, and they showed like a 2-hour clip of years of his life. And then now he's performing at the Super Bowl and shit, and one of the most wealthiest record. He's a producer and, rapper and all. They don't really show you the process. And that's the thing. Through the process, starting from the bottom, you don't have an audience. The audience doesn't come until you get to the top. And that's what a lot of people mistaken through this process is like, where's my audience? Where's my reward? Where's my this? Where's my that? Instead of just focusing on the process itself and falling in love with the process, they stay focused on the outcome. Why hasn't the outcome come yet? Why haven't I achieved? Why hasn't this come? Why hasn't that come? Why haven't the rewards come? That's not the question to be asking. Look down at your feet and straight ahead of you and keep doing that. Pay attention to where you are. Remember where you were yesterday, but pay attention where you're at today. And you just do that over and over again a bunch of times. And you can't fail. You'll make so many mistakes that you get good at everything. And it's the same thing with this dating and relationship stuff. Same thing with business. It's the repetitions. It's the amount of work you put in. And in life, it's the amount of work you put in on yourself. And like, how committed are you really? And this, this sounds like a lot, but this is what this 100 push-up in 100 days challenge is all about. Are you willing to commit to that? Can you see that through? If you can do it again and apply it to something else. It's the whole premise. And most people just give up. That's where this is why there's so few people at the top who succeed. It's a 3%, top 3% who actually do that and live like that because they never stopped. It didn't matter how uncomfortable. They just kept grinding. No matter how many times they got kicked in the nuts, landed flat on their face, got back up every single fucking time. And the people who you see that are wanting to hold you back and telling you, oh, that ain't going to work. Well, I tried this. Those are the people that gave up. And if you succeed, you prove them wrong. And then they have to look in the mirror and realize it was them that gave up, that it was their own fault. But if they keep you back, then, it's like an echo chamber to create these people, these negative naysayer type people who are afraid to spread their wings and live life and take chances and take risks and really put themselves out there. They create these little cliques. So they surround themselves with people making the same excuses they make, justifying the same shit they do. So it's like a little echo chamber and everybody's supportive of one another. If you find somebody supporting you and praising you for being a lazy piece of shit, that's one of them. If you say, oh man, I'm tired. I don't know if I can make it to the gym tonight. And they're like, yeah, you know what? You should take a break. You deserve it. What is that? That's not somebody supporting you. Somebody who really cares about you and wants to see you succeed is going to be like, no, fuck that. So what if you're tired? What does it mean? You're going to be tired if you go. You're going to be tired if you stay home. Go. Do it anyway. And there's nothing that I've ever done. And look, I'm not saying I'm perfect. There has been times when I've given up on that and I felt like shit. Felt like a fucking bum. Like I let everybody down. Never once have I forced myself to go to the gym, no matter how enthusiastic or tired or not in the mood, whatever shit I got going on at the moment. Whatever that inner bitch tells you to do. Have I ever regretted it? Have I ever walked out the gym saying, damn, I shouldn't have come. I wish I'd have stayed home. Never. Not once. Not once has that happened. Well, it's the same thing. Like this brand I'm going after here. Establishing my brand. Some of this has been really tough. I got to admit. Since I started pursuing this years ago, and I kind of told y'all some of the origins of why I started this. Some of the reasons, I told y'all about my nephews, and that was really tough to talk about, but it was important because not only did y'all understand that, I got to retell the story to myself and remind me of why, the why. And if you focus on your why, the how doesn't matter. If you focus on the why you're doing it, nothing else matters. You'll figure it the fuck out, no matter how hard it gets. I've dealt with self-doubt, fear, imposter syndrome. Like, you have no idea. But the why is what keeps me coming back to this brand over and over again. And committed this time to growing this, to establishing this. Me focusing on why I don't want to do shit is just selfish, self-centered. And if you think of it like that, like you're holding yourself back from people getting the best of you, to letting the world experience your best.